Hello guys, welcome back again to another video. Thank you so much for watching. First of all, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we appreciate your help with this channel. Today we're going to talk about the second stimulus package. That's become a chaos, and oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start. It's so complicated. Things is just like um, there's no progress on anything, and it's just very discouraging and very depressing at the same time. So I was thinking actually that we was gonna get a at least a stimulus package approved in the middle of this month. But as far as things goes right now, it don't even look like we're gonna even get a stimulus package at all. I'm sorry to say that. I really need it desperately, like everyone else do. But as far as things keep going right now in the wrong direction, we don't have anybody that's willing to help us. We don't have anybody that's willing to. You really want to make a decision to sign on a stimulus package because the Democrat approve a stimulus package for $2.2 trillion that's been sitting in the Senate. No one do anything about it because most of those senators and the Republican side, they don't want to agree anything that over $2 trillion. And it doesn't even look like they want to negotiate to that. So President Trump in the first place was really interested and supportive about a stimulus package. But all of a sudden he just changed his mind and said that he think it's necessary. That's what I just like. I don't know, maybe this guy's still on steroid, whatever medication he's taking right now for his uh hoax, coronavirus hoax that he have. Um he think it's necessary to just call off the stimulus discussion right now until after he re-elected again for president, then he can pass a stimulus package. That sounds very funny, and it doesn't even have any sense. It just sounds weird. It sounds ridiculous to me because at this time we need help right now, not tomorrow, not next year. He's talking about next year, so whatever happened during the election, so he think maybe next year, maybe when he became president again, if that ever happened, then he will be able to pass a stimulus package. So none of his parties really supporting him um, to go ahead and agree on a stimulus package because Nancy Pelosi don't even want to come down to $2 trillion because she think it's important for everybody to get a piece of the cake. Make sure the schools have money, make sure there's money for PPE loan, make sure there's money for the government, make sure there's check to send to everybody. But as far as the Republican side, it's another story because they really don't want to put more money in the economy. That doesn't even sound good. It sounds just like very unresponsible because whatever happened right now, it's not like they're trying to kick back the economy to, get things to come back to life. It's still a disaster that's going on. That's why they don't want to understand this. The coronavirus, it's a disaster. It destroys people's life. It destroys everything. It destroys families, destroy the economy. So whatever stimulus they have to agreed upon right now is supposed to be about disaster. But they don't think like that. That's the reason no one wants to agree on a stimulus package for the people. It's very sad. It's very frustrating to see what's happening every day. It's a bad news you're getting. And on top of that, you don't have a leader. You don't have anybody that's really have your back, that can be there for you when things is very bad, when we really need it the most. Right now, everybody needs it. Unless you're making a quarter million at least a year to $1 million, you might not really need a stimulus package right now. But I don't know. I need a stimulus package. I think my neighbor next door need a stimulus package. So those people really need to think one more time and see what's happening in the United States, the best country on earth. It's supposed to be. Because all of those leaders, they just failed big time. They failed to lead us during this coronavirus. They failed to be a leader in charge. They fail in everything, and they still don't realize it. Right now, we're losing more than 210,000 lives. People losing their entire family because of the coronavirus. Well, mostly because of the government. I don't want to say the president, because he's not the only one in the government. Whoever around him that's supposed to be another eye, an extra eye, they all fail to guide, they all failed to lead, they all failed to be a leader. Right now, we desperately need a leader, somebody that can have our back when things goes bad. We need somebody that can think for us for the future in this country. We need somebody that really can put themselves in our shoes when we really need it the most. Imagine how many people losing the job today. How many people's gonna already even lose the housing? How many people is going to be homeless in the United States of America? Those things, I mean, I don't want to say there's no homeless in France, there's no homeless in Canada, there's no homeless in the Europe side, but as far as I know, we just like the last in all those big countries. So people talk about us the most because we are the most victim. We have the most amount of debt. We have more people infected worldwide. The United States, it's on the top of the line in infection. Over 7 million people infected in a country where the government really failed to lead. They really failed to do the job. As a commander-in-chief, as congressmen, as lawmakers, whoever they are, they all not on the same page. They don't even think about our future, our family's future, our kids, how they can create a way to fight this virus, what they're going to come up with to flatten this curve and this coronavirus that's still killing people. They can't even find a cure for the virus. So all that requires money, all that requires fun, all that requires they need somebody to be a real leader that can really put us in the right direction at this point. But everybody failed to lead. So now we all get screwed. Whether you're an American citizen, whether you're from the United States, whether you're an immigrant, wherever you're from, you get screwed. I tell you that right now. We are not gonna see a stimulus package anytime soon because all those people, they don't want to agree on a stimulus package where the election is like less than a month away. So, in another word, they really expect people to go and vote for them to make sure we're supporting them to be our commander-in-chief one more time. I think if anybody really think about what just happened this year in 2020, if you have to make a choice, of course not, I'm not going to tell you who to pick, what choice to make, but if you really hurt during this pandemic, you really fail big time, your kids cannot go to school, your wife loses the job, you loses your job, you're very depressed, you just like, you don't know what lives have for you, you really should think one more time before you make your decision. I already know my decision. I know who I'm going to pick to be my president for the next 4 years. Because whoever was in the White House, they all fell. They all fell to leaders. They all fell to take this coronavirus in the first place seriously. Oh my goodness, it's like we don't have anybody in charge for this virus. I never say that maybe that many people, but nobody was thinking over 200,000 people was gonna die. I mean, right now, like maybe in the near future, because people still infected, you don't know what kind of side effects they have, how that really affecting them. But when you think about it, 7 million people infected and 200 plus thousand die, and that 7 million definitely gonna be another 200,000 coming and dead in this 7 million. I'm so sorry to say that, but how those people just take this country, it's like they don't really care about the coronavirus. Heard the president, don't let this virus dominate you. That just sounds, I don't even know how to explain this. This coronavirus already dominate everybody. It just destroy everyone's life. The coronavirus take over the whole country. So now you say that, oh, don't let this coronavirus take over your life. Of course, it's already take over our life. There's nothing we can do about this. And the one thing we can do is to protect ourselves, stay safe, social distance, and wear masks, wash your hands as often, and sanitize. That's all we can do. Nothing else. While you as a president failed to do all that and come up with a hoax or the virus, he after coming from the hospital, he feel better he feel more better than he was 20 years ago. That sounds really, really crazy. So you mean to tell me you had the coronavirus after 3 days, you already feel so great that you feel way better 20 years back? So you just basically, I don't know what kind of power this guy have or what kind of medication. He should bring that medication to the public so when you have corona, you know what kind of medication to take and what kind of treatment to get, because it's just ridiculous. Because when you see the CDC guidelines, when you have this virus, how you have to quarantining and what kind of measure you have to take. And he had the virus in 3 days. He already everywhere, even though 20 plus people in the White House already infected in this thing. They all quarantining, and he refused to do that. They all just violating the law. They don't have what they call respect for the Constitution, respect for the American people, respect for the citizens that living in this country. It's just, I don't know. It's just like there's no hope. There's no really joy anymore in this country. It just sounds really off, but that's exactly what it is. But to make that change, we need to make a choice, and you know exactly what kind of choice to make when it comes in November 3rd. Because this country, it's a great country. I love the United States of America. It's a country, it's a land of opportunity. It giving you so many options. But again, whoever in charge, sometime it can affect you big time by who's your leader, what you have to follow to get to where you want to be. It's all come down who's your leader, who's in the leadership team, who's making decision. Right now we don't have anybody to make decision for us. We don't have anybody to follow. While we're trying to wear a mask in public, when we go out, if you have kids in school, when you go to work, you have to work a full 8 hours with a mask on. There's a lot of state that's already lift the mask mandate. So that means you don't have to wear a mask. It's not mandatory. Are you kidding me? When this virus was like 10,000 people was die, or 50 something thousand was infected, we take all those measures to make sure we don't have more people infected, more people die. You are making sure everybody safe, everybody social distance, everybody do what they need to do to protect each other. Now the virus killed 200 plus thousand individual, 7 million sick, and then you live mask mandate. You don't have to wear one if you don't want to. So now it's just like you don't have any path, you don't have any example to follow. It just sounds bad. It's very critical because you don't really know exactly what to do. You don't have anybody to help. You don't have anybody that's making decision for you. So when it comes to that stimulus package on employment, right now, people that getting unemployment, they barely survive with 200 something dollars a week, and they get that every 2 weeks if you ever get it. I have a friend of mine, he haven't get a dime. I think he only get a check for $275 and he never get not even a dime. That's very, very sad. Working, paying your taxes on time, do whatever, all the money you make stays in America. And our president always saying he will make America great again. Not he, we will make America great again. We have to make it great again. And we are the people that have to do that, not him. Because if he can't even get control of a virus that's destroying human life, how in the world he can just make this entire country that he broken down in pieces? With the economy, with everything that's been going on, how those things gonna get recovered? I don't even see it happen very soon. So it's just very sad to hear what's happening in the news. Everybody just a lot of people in the Senate, they're in quarantine. Mitch McConnell put them in quarantine. That's just so funny. The president's supposed to be in quarantine himself, and he's in the White House. And those guys in the Senate in quarantine. And they are the one that's supposed to make a decision for us to get a stimulus package. Let me guys know in the comment down below if you think that's really gonna happen this month before the election. I don't see it anywhere near October, because if they don't want to agree on anything right now, by the time I believe October 19, that's when they can come back again or something like that. So that's kind of interesting to see if they're gonna do anything about it. I feel so sorry. I feel like we're all going through this, but one thing we need to know, we're going through this together. Let's be a team. Let's just keep up the faith. Don't let go, and don't let stress and anxiety take over your life. Let's just keep up the faith and let's pray together. Let's see if God is the only one that can take this virus away for us. He's the only one that can do something about it, because we don't have anybody that's making decision to find a cure for this virus. They're talking about a vaccine coming. A vaccine don't get ready so quick. Even a vaccine became available. I don't even see myself gonna take a vaccine right now because I don't know what kind of side effect is gonna happen next. They need to try it on first, make sure it works, and then people can start getting a vaccine. But they're talking about a vaccine. Those people, all of them, they just have two-face. When they tell you something today, tomorrow they come with another story. You can never believe a word that they're saying until it happens. So that's what we're looking at, guys. I don't see any stimulus package happening very soon because it's a back and forth, and right now everything's kind of upside down. We'll keep you update. Any news, anything that happened, I'll find out. Then I can always post it and share with you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate your help with this channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you.